Hey guys, welcome to Sourcefed. I'm Joe Beretta, but you already knew that. So here's the deal with the 4th of July holiday. We're off tomorrow and we're having a company barbecue today. So we won't be doing the usual white wall newsy stuff, but don't worry, we're not leaving you high and dry because we love you. We still have common commentary tomorrow along with some awesome weekend content, but for today, because we know that not everybody got to come see us at VidCon, here's our Sourcefed question and answer panel. It'll be just like you were there. Think of it as one giant table talk with all 7 of us. Enjoy, and we'll see you tomorrow.
I guess while we get questions, the question to you guys, how does this VidCon feel different than last year or maybe the year before?
Ooh. I've noticed I've consumed a lot more alcohol.
Well, this year we don't have a booth, so it's meant that we can run around a lot more and see a lot more things.
Yeah, I feel like I've had longer conversations with a lot of you guys, and that's been really fun.
Yeah, it has. It's been fun to like.
What?
Huh?
No.
Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
It's been fun to like meet all you guys, and actually instead of like going, we had a schedule before that we were going and doing stuff, and I think I've met so many more of you now, and it's so much fun. It's so much fun, and sleeping in, that's nice.
As somebody that used to like intern and PA in previous years, I've been doing VidCon since 2012. It is so different to suddenly then be on the other side, and it's an absolute pleasure. It's so much fun, but I mean there are times where it's overwhelming, but it's so much fun that it just doesn't matter. Like I just want to take it all in, and I don't know, it's much better than being an intern.
We got in a knife fight
that
with
we're
the
not
Viners.
British and tall.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, a little jealous.
A little jealous, but not really, because if you're British or tall or you have edgy hair, you're doomed.
What is edgy hair?
What's edgy hair?
It means it's like really cool and they probably spend more than $50 on it. I feel like everyone in Britain just does hair all the time.
Well, my opinion is that this whole, what is that, a coffee machine?
Fan service. Fan service. Fan service.
Wah, wah.
I'm getting these lights right here, and I'm like.
Oh no, that's the Mothman. He came to see us.
Oh, hi. Where's Richard Gere?
No.
Reference.
All right. So let's see. The only person I don't think that answered was Will. How is this year for you, Will? Everyone wants to know.
Last year, it was 2013 last year, and then now it's not anymore.
These are facts.
It's a whole another number, and then it'd be like that.
All right.
Well said, Will. Well said.
That's
Will took a lot of vitamin D this morning.
I got that
Beautiful.
vitamin D.
Yeah, you did.
Whoa.
I got it from Steve in his hotel room.
This is what happens when you have 7 weird-ass people.
Yeah.
Oh man. Anyway, so we're gonna start with the first question that's not from me. I'll let you introduce yourself and then give your question.
Hi, I'm Isabella, and my question is that most of you guys have a background in like acting or comedy, and I wanted to know what age did you start like getting into the business, and how did you do that?
I was singing Guns N' Roses in my mom's womb. And no, I was a pretty young kid when my dad had a Betamax camera. You guys are too young to know what that is.
It was like a camera is this thing that
It steals your soul.
yeah.
No, it's my dad had this Betamax camera, and my brother and I were such huge fans of the Muppet Show that we would put on little like puppet routines, and then like we would play Sesame Street songs, and then like mimic them with our Muppets and stuff like that. So I've been doing that since I was like 4 or 5.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I got into comedy really young by doing just like plays and stuff in theater. And then I got into
I
got in
It's okay.
No, I don't know. I got in really young just doing comedy, and then started actually going to classes and places doing it probably around like 15 when I could sneak into all the clubs, and I did. Yeah. And then just went from there. You know?
Yeah. I started in theater too. I had my first audition when I was in kindergarten, so age 5, and I auditioned first to be a dwarf in Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, and I was ultimately told that I was too small to be a dwarf. But that's okay. You learn rejection early in this business.
Kindergarten.
Wait a minute, isn't one of the dwarves a mutt anyway? Like they need to have like
mutt?
a small.
You mean a runt?
You mean a run?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wait, like a mutt, like he's part dwarf and then he's also part Irish setter? We'll go.
I think I started making YouTube videos when I was 15 because I believe Jake and Amir were the first people I watched. And then I started copying them exactly. And then I eventually saw Phil and started copying him exactly. But I tried stand-up the first time when I was 17, and it was the worst. It was the absolute worst. And it scared me. But here we are.
Well, I think you'd be very funny in stand-up.
You should give us one of your routines. What was one of your jokes from your stand-up?
Get us with some jokes. Come on, buddy.
You ever in the grocery store and you can't find the thing you want? How about that airplane food? I'm the...
You're hired, kid. Take off your pants.
Yeah. Let's see. I mean, I always did plays when I was younger, but then in high school I started writing screenplays and just kind of shooting little skits. So like I came to sketch kind of early, and then doing stand-up in college, like the first week of college. I was like, no one here knows me. I can be a new person, and I didn't go out in high school. I just stayed at home and watched episodes of Comedy Central Presents, and I was obsessed with it. And the first show for college kids went kind of okay, and then I went to a comedy club the next night and like bombed so hard that like halfway through my first joke, I just stopped talking. And I was just like, because the silence was so deafening after like my first, like, where's the punchline? That I literally said, you guys are killing me. And I walked off stage, and I just kept walking until I got home.
My God.
I didn't do it again for like 3 months, and it was just kind of like, I don't know, it's just one of those things. You need to learn that sometimes it will suck, but always trust your instincts and know that you're funny. Know that you're funny, and eventually you will be.
Matt, did the Snoopy music play as you were walking home?
No mats allowed.
Actually, that's the only thing I have on my iPhone. That's the only music I have, and I just listen to it all the time to remind myself to be sad.
Well, back then, MP3 players could only hold one song.
Yeah.
Did Raina go?
Actually, yeah, I was gonna say, as somebody that's neither an actress or a comedian or anything like that, I came from a very, very different route. I did intern for Phil. That was definitely my first exposure to this type of environment. And then I was at a gaming company for about a year, and I hosted there, and I learned all of my tricks and stuff there. I learned how to read a prompter for the first time there. You know, that was good times. I didn't really enjoy it, whatever. But then, yeah, I just came back, and I auditioned back for Phil, and I guess you liked me, that's nice, and yeah, the rest is history.
Good way to stay in shape.
Cool. I skyrocketed to fame and was a child star at the age of 7 with a star-turning role in Miss Tussler's first grade production of The Three Billy Goats Gruff. I was the middle Billy Goat.
Wait, Joe, don't be modest. You were in The Karate Kid.
Yeah.
I am Ralph Macchio. That was really, I didn't do much growing up. I retired from acting after that because I wanted to have a normal upbringing.
Yeah.
And
You were so good in that play.
I was really good, you guys. And then when I went to college, I got the improv bug from watching Whose Line Is It Anyways, and I tried it. And after that, I stopped doing sports stuff and did a lot of theater stuff and did some plays at Gonzaga University. And then YouTube happened, and I'm here now. Yeah, so that's it.
Here we go.
Thank you for the question.
There we go. And sir, can you say your name and your question?
My name's Joe.
Hi, Joe.
Sup, Joe?
Hello. I was just wanting to ask you all, what is some advice that each one of you, yourself included, and all of your team really, if they want, some advice for myself if I wanted to do what you do? Not if, because I want to do what you do.
Just
I would
do
say
it.
don't do what we do. That is my advice. I know it sounds really crazy, but there's a lot of, I think people, especially in the online community, think like, oh, this is working, let's do this, and they do different versions of things, when in reality, it's like what you find funny, what you find true to you, is what someone else will find funny and true to themselves. And in this community, that's a beautiful thing about
Your
YouTube,
audience
is that
will flock.
you can, whereas on television, there's 50 million people micromanaging you. This is you managing you. So whatever you find funny, someone out there will as well. So stay true to you and do what you think is.
And the key to it all is to keep doing it.
Yeah.
Get through the self-doubt, get through the wall that's stopping you from doing it, the writer's block, the doing block.
Yeah.
And it's gonna suck at times, but what you're doing is you're finding your voice. Yeah. And you know you find it when you are making something that makes you happy. And when people see that you're making something that makes you happy, it's addictive and people need it and they'll start watching it. So make you happy, find out what excites you, and keep doing it.
Well, also, fart into a microphone and just see what happens.
See what happens.
I think what you gotta kind of have to do is like get addicted to it. When I was like, before I was on Sourcefed and I made my own videos, I got so addicted to it that all I ever thought about was making the videos. You gotta find what inspires you. For me, it's like when I get sad, like that's when I find my best jokes. I'm like, ooh, she didn't love me. I'm gonna talk about that on the
You're
internet.
an angsty writer.
Yeah, kinda.
Super emo.
Just find what inspires you and keep pulling from it until you're dry, and then just keep squeezing like the end of the toothpaste. You'd be surprised how much you can get out that last little tip in the jar. Put the toothbrush into the cap and just like get that around there.
Not only that, I think you can squeeze the ends, and then the other sides, like the
Yeah.
plastic parts, can push through
Get
to
a
the
knife,
top.
rip it open.
I mean, sometimes you can find those ones that are just push top toothpaste.
And then if
you
none of
can
that's working, just go
really-
to the store and get another tube of toothpaste.
Yeah, you gotta get some more toothpaste.
Who has that kind of money, Joe?
I don't know.
I was actually going to ask you, is it like vlogging that you want to do, or is there some kind of bitch stick that you have that you want to do?
Did you say bitch stick?
I said
Yeah.
bit or shtick.
bitch sticks.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm foreign.
New from
I don't know
Strunsum.
English.
Bitch sticks!
It's all right. It's cool.
Oh!
Yeah, bitch stick.
I'm like, where can I get one of those?
Yeah.
Bit or shtick. All right.
I did do a vlog when I was in Spain for the past 9 months teaching
wow.
English, and I did that, and I mostly was just like family and friends. My first video got like close to 200 people, and I was like shit my pants because I was so excited. Anyway, and then it really dived off after that. And I like doing that, but I like working in the industry that you guys work in, like in filming things.
I see.
And like doing all of what you do.
Well, in terms of vlogging, which you have experience with, it's definitely, just as Phil always says, the starting is always the most difficult part. But then once you start it, you kind of have to be rather consistent. And much like Will said, being obsessed with doing it is really important. And that's really what's going to keep you consistent. But you really just got to start it, man. You just got to keep doing it.
Yeah, make sure you're doing something that, oh boy, make sure you're doing something that you have fun with. And I mean, even if you really enjoy vlogging, there's going to be days that you don't enjoy it, but stick with it. Like Raina said, just keep pushing through, because those dips are little dips, and the rest is very, very rewarding.
Yeah, I mean, here's one thing that I would say maybe sounds like a weird piece of advice, but embrace the fact that people don't care. Like for when you're starting out, when you're just starting to make videos, and like you're just getting over the hump of like, I need to make something every day, and I feel like people aren't gonna care about what I have to say. That's fine. Like the first vlogs I ever did, I went vegan for a week, and I was so frustrated that the only way that I could go through, it was a bet with a friend, the only way I could get through it was just to yell at my phone and then post it directly without looking at it or editing or anything. And they're somewhere. I might have taken them down, but I'll put them back up for like a week. I'll take them off private. But basically, like, no one cared, but somehow they still got seen, and I wasn't that embarrassed. And some of them are actually a little bit funny. But yeah, consistency and like just find the joy, find the thing that gets you out of bed in the morning, and whatever that thing is will lead you to what you should be doing on YouTube. If that's really what you want to do, make it something that makes you so excited you can't wait to post videos every day.
And if none of that works, just steal old episodes of the PDS and post them on your own channel.
I won't sue you.
Those get hits, I'm told.
Cool. Thank you, Joe, for the question. And can you give us your name and your question to the guys?
Hi, I'm Katie Gillespie, and I was wondering, what's it like to have all the different guests on Table Talk, and who would you like to see in the future?
Oh, it's so awesome to have guests. It really is. Just have new energy in the office and new answers to the questions, and you get to meet some of your idols. I know we just had Jessica Chobot on recently, and I fangirled out like crazy.
I think we need to get George R.R. Martin on Table Talk.
He just kills him immediately.
I would be honored.
I know.
Good way to go.
That's a good way to go. I don't know. We have a lot of people that we want on there. I like having the guests because I feel like we answer. There's so many questions that we've also answered them for each other so much. I feel like, you know what I mean? Like, know each other so well now that we've answered all these like questions with each other. So I love bringing in new guests because then we actually go like, oh, how did that make you feel about potato chips versus fries?
Yeah.
And so it's really nice to have the new blood. I just did a panel with Chris Hardwick and he seems cool as shit. I'd like to have him on there.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
They don't let me do the ones with the people because I freaked one out one time.
That's true, you did.
I thought it would be funny, and then I just scared her.
Wait, who did you freak out?
Who did you scare?
It's Felicia Day.
Well, how did you do it?
Felicia Day came. I was like, hey, I really like what you're doing.
No, but you came up to her. No, he came up to her. That's
not
not
how
how it
it
happened at all, actually,
So-
because that actually seems really sweet and genuine. The other one was, I love you.
I thought it would be cool.
With his head down, I love you.
Yeah.
And then I'm pretty sure you came back and you talked to me and you had a conference. I'm like, dude, you got to stop being so weird. You're freaking her out. And then you went back and did it again.
Did it
Again. I thought
He
it
went
was,
back and went, I love you. And we're like, Will, leave.
I love you. I'm sad inside. Why do you keep playing? Stop.
and then she was like, oh, you're so cute. What do you do here? And I just walked away. And I was like, I laughed and walked away. And I was like, wasn't the right thing to do.
Somehow you floated away like a balloon, though.
I just floated away. My head grew so big that I flew away.
It's funny. I would really like to have somebody who just would hate the format so much, like our parents or something, or like I don't know.
God,
like,
that's brilliant.
Yeah. Will's dad. I think would be an amazing Table Talk guest. And just have, like us with Will and his dad.
I'm not even joking.
I'm
This is
gonna
such
go
a good idea.
Will's
dibs
dad
on that
would
one
do
because
it.
Will's dad thinks I'm cute. So
He does. Oh, yeah. My dad came in the other day, and like I was like, oh, it would be cool. They'll finally get to meet my dad, and I have never been so embarrassed in my whole life.
He was exactly what we expected.
He just
so
kept
mad
looking
I
at
missed
Trisha, and I was like,
Your dad looked like he came out of In Living Color, though.
Yeah.
Like he was dressed in
Really?
the most amazing outfit I had ever seen.
my dad wears something called FUBU that
heard
you
of it.
shouldn't know about.
What does that stand for?
For us, by us.
All right.
I don't know who, but somebody. I don't know why I know that. I don't want to know that
Why
anymore.
wouldn't you know that, Will? I know that.
Anyway, Sean John, same thing. It's not 1997 or 2003.
I'm like, I don't know where to go. Anyone else that you would love to have on? Anyone that didn't answer, or did everyone? I blacked out for a second.
keep it coming.
Cool. Thank you very much for the question.
By the way, really quick, this panel is brought to you by Strensum's Mouth Disguise.
Strinsum's Mouth Disguise is the #1 product for you to put on your mouth and become a completely different mouth. We got Richard Gere's mouth. We got President Barack Obama's mouth.
Yeah, so we got real molds of lookalikes of these famous actors.
We have real moles' mouths.
Pardon me, I'm here at this town hall announcement of this. Sorry, you said you have mouth molds of lookalikes of these people?
That's
Well,
correct.
It would be illegal to have their actual mouths. So
Right,
you
we
got
could not
look-alikes.
afford the real molds.
The number one selling one has to be the Leonardo DiCaprio look-alike mouth guard.
Yeah.
It's actually just it's just a tiny
It
little
almost
mouth
won the
face.
Strensums Award, but
Yeah,
it did.
almost.
Yeah, I was surprised
Yeah.
they got the cleft palate out of the mold.
Yeah.
I was
Wait,
surprised.
Steve, what won the Strensums Award that year?
I'm sorry?
It was said that almost won the Strensums Award that year, but I'm blanking on what
Leonardo
won the Strensums
DiCaprio's
Award.
look-alike almost won the award, but they gave it to
No,
anybody
it was
else.
Strensum's rat slippers.
Anybody
Yeah.
else.
Oh, Strensum's rat slippers.
Rat
My
slippers,
mistake.
yeah.
Okay.
Don't
The
like
only
that pitter
slippers
patter?
made of
Fuck
real
it.
rat.
Put these on your rat.
Yeah, because
Strensums, rat slippers.
That's right. Because even a creature was stirring in this scenario, even a mouse. So you put those rat slippers on them, they just slip right through.
That's right. Strensums, rat slippers.
You guys good?
Don't encourage it. Don't encourage it. Don't do it. You keep clapping, they'll keep doing it.
Let's just throw it out.
All right. Hi. This question is directed at Stephen Lee.
Oh.
Yeah. If you guys were to make music, like, could you do that potentially? Because I know everyone liked the whale song.
Yeah, you know, Lee and I have always talked about doing music together.
We do. We sing a lot in. I'm sure we irritate so many people in the office when we sing a lot. But I mean, we always talk about doing music together. We always talk about doing covers together. I feel like if we did, we'd have to. What is he doing? Who's he doing? What is he doing?
How dare you? Sam, you ruined it.
No, I feel like if we did, it'd be like a Captain and Tennille thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Where the tension would be so insane.
Sexual tension palpable.
Much like Ben and Abe.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. And as far as the whale song goes, that was performed by our band Steve Zaragoza and the Bryan Singers. And that was Darren Von Gertner on lead guitar.
Look how handsome he is. He's single. Give him your number, ladies.
The most handsome man at
He's
Sourcefed.
a very pretty boy.
And,
I live
and
with
then
him.
Owen Carter over here, Owen Carter on the
There he
keys.
is.
Also handsome and single. Give him your numbers, ladies.
Everyone give Owen your phone number. Right now. Hurry up. No, but...
And then you have your whale dance.
Well, our whale backup dancers, Matthew Bowman.
Woo!
And Sam Basher. Sam Basher was our other whale.
Are you sitting on his lap? What's
Is he
going
sitting
on
on
here?
someone's lap?
All right.
Is that a mid-show lap dance?
Don't make out with that guy.
Come on, Sam.
It's too soon. Take him out to dinner first.
Wait till the camera's on you. We need that
No,
for
but
content.
look, I mean, we started the Sourcefed Sings segment a long time ago, and we haven't really done it again because we just perpetually keep getting busier.
I know.
But and then we were launching a new channel and all that stuff. So, but I feel like Sourcefed Sings should make a comeback.
I think it should.
All right. We could do it.
It's in the works. I swear it.
It's in the works. We have a really great See a Chandelier cover. We'll get into it.
Oh, yeah.
It's really great.
Sounded like it.
I'm just gonna let you guys sit in it for a second. Thank you very much for the question. Let's give it up for her.
Thank you.
And then give us your name and your question, please.
Hi, I'm Charlie.
Hello.
My question is, if you could go back in time and talk to 10-year-old you, what would you tell them? I know it's not that long for Will, but...
You right. You right. You right.
You right. You right.
You right.
You right. Joe just said, "Are they clapping because we're old or because he's young?"
I'd go back to 10-year-old Will and say, keep watching Bratz and Beretta.
I know. I don't know. I always feel like like it's a ripple effect, the butterfly effect, where you're like, oh man, I feel like I'd messed something up. So if I like went back to 10-year-old Lee and was like, hey, like you have braces and you look weird and you're just chunky as all get out, and I don't think I'd want to ever change that person because she made me who I am, and going through all of that horribleness and all of that insaneness is what made me who I am. But if I did, I'd be like, slow down on the candy, toots.
Yeah, you know, mine's similar, except mine would be like, listen, dude, just please, there's no need for 2 Arby's roast beef and cheddars. Because you're not even hungry by the time you get to the second one. You're not hungry anymore, stop it.
You'd just be this old guy shouting at this young kid to stop eating.
Hey! Cause that 10-year-old me to now eat 3 Arby's beef and cheddars.
I need to eat and black out and forget.
I would have told 10-year-old me to just keep being as weird as I want to be, and it's okay. And yeah, it's gonna stink going through school, but once you get like to college and out of school, you're gonna be so much cooler.
You're gonna have a really sick body at 20, so keep going.
That helps.
Don't worry, you're a knockout when you get older.
Think back, Will.
Oh, so
Will,
long
what-
ago.
Will, what were you even like when you were 10? I can't even imagine.
Forrest Gump had just come out.
I was like how I am now, but on the inside. Like, it was something that you told me, like, something we were talking about is like, I get destructive. Like, where I'm like, ooh, I want to do something stupid.
Didn't you say you get like an anger so intense that it feels like a heat on the back of your neck or something?
Yeah, and then I black out for a couple hours.
It's terrifying.
No, I feel like the exact same person I was back then, but I kept it inside. I internalized it, which I don't know. It made me a little bit of a weird kid, but well, I was a very weird kid. But I never started like saying anything until like 3 years ago, and then I was like, I'm gonna say what I want. And then about 6 months ago, when I started hanging out with Steve, I said, I'm gonna really say whatever I want.
I'm sorry. Horrible influence.
Yeah, horrible influence.
Let's see, 10-year-old me, I would, much like Trisha, I'd just say, look, it gets better. Don't worry. It's all right that you're nerdy. It's okay. But one thing I would change, I would tell myself to continue playing more video games because I like stopped for a moment being like, I gotta be more social. I gotta go outside. But no, I really need to kick your ass in Mario Kart 8.
It's down.
I'm better now.
Let Donkey Kong.
I'm better now. I can do it now, I promise.
See, everybody, she gets better at Mario Kart.
It gets better.
Oh man, what would I say? I guess I would tell myself to trust my instincts. For a long time, I feel like you get a lot of messages when you're very young that you're doing something wrong. Whatever it is, whether you're like scratching yourself in public or like you pick your nose that one time and everybody saw it and then they didn't want to be your friends. Like whatever it is.
We've all
But
been there.
that you're fine, and that you should trust your instincts and be the person that you want to be. Trying to be something else, trying to fit in with a group is a waste of time. Life never gets easier, but it gets way more fun.
I go to.
Everyone says that though. I'm not gonna say it.
I always find this question very interesting. I get really introspective and real about it. So if I did have the opportunity, I would probably tell myself to invest in Google.
Oh, ripple effect. That 16-year-old has
Yeah.
a yacht.
I own all of you!
You're right.
Thank you very much for the question. I like that we had this like really nice like moral of the story, like be your true self, and it was like and invest money.
Yeah.
And then you can be whoever the hell you want to be.
Exactly.
Everyone has to like you.
So can you give me your name and
Don't follow that.
You're the worst.
What? I'm sorry.
I'm just playing. I love you.
That's little Lee. She's doing fine.
Lee Newton over there.
I know. She's my
Hi.
fave. I love
My
her.
name's Kayla.
Hi, Kayla. Little Lee.
Hi. Hi.
Call her Little Lee.
Hey. Have you ever said something in a video that you got crap about when you came home?
Oh, all the time.
To who?
From your parents?
Oh, parents.
Parents or spouses.
Yeah. Oh, my mom used to call me on the daily when I started working with Sourcefed. Which I can't believe you said, Trisha Lynn, you said the F word on camera today. I used to get that. So I tried to curb it. Now I just say, Mommy, this is my life.
Still says mommy though, so we're good.
My my wife gets real mad. But to be fair, I say some pretty terrible things.
Yeah, you do.
So, but fortunately, my parents, I think they're kind of used to it by now. So my parents don't really give me too much shit about it. But
They know how to use it. I'm fortunate that my parents don't know how to use a computer that well.
well, the worst thing in the world just happened to me while here at VidCon in relation to my parents. I was looking through my Instagram photos and I saw that my mom is on Instagram. What? And it was the last place where I could put photos of my butt and no, my mom wouldn't see them. And now it's like, damn it, there's nothing sacred. Yeah, my wife gets real mad, but I love her and it's fine.
No, I do have awesome parents that when they see it, they're just kind of like, well, that's just Lee, and that's how she always has been. And I don't know, I've never gotten any flack from anything I've really said, except for myself. I get mad at myself for saying stuff sometimes when you're like, the world doesn't need to know that. Like, the world doesn't need to know all those things. And sometimes you have opinions about things that, believe it or not, people have varying opinions about stuff. What? Yeah. And
Wait,
especially
excuse me. Wait, what did you just say?
Yeah, I said people have varying opinions about stuff. So sometimes, get this, when you say something, other people don't think you're right.
What? I know.
Wait a minute. Has it been like this forever?
Forever.
Can you give me an example?
Okay, for example, if you give two different sides of a story in gun control, people are very upset about both sides.
Then people get shot.
I know.
Everything has changed.
I know. Sorry, but yeah.
Have I ever said anything that pisses you off? No? I love you. You sexy. Now, my wife, I'm going to ask you the same question.
If I could turn back the hands of time and slap my mother's hand from touching a computer, it was when me, Steve, and Joe did the God said no anal thing. All the things that my mom could see, that's the things you shouldn't see.
No!
And she called me and she's like, yeah, just don't do the Jesus stuff. I was like, okay. And
Did she see the animated or just the table? Okay.
No, she should see the animated.
She should see the animated.
Like, my mom always happens to see the worst videos of me. Like, she saw one of me. No, my dad saw one of me and Steve. My dad's like, that crazy little guy with the beard will say anything. Yeah.
And you will.
Yeah, it's true. Told them don't watch. They didn't listen. No.
I'm pretty lucky. My mom spends like half the year in Japan, and like the rest of my family's in Japan, so they're not watching anything. So I'm hella lucky.
They don't have internet.
So
They don't have
everyone
internet in
write to
Japan. I
Raina's
don't know what
folks
that
and tell them
is.
to watch SourceFed.
Raina's off the hook.
I'm off the hook. But like for myself, like I curse so much. I can't stop. I'm not even angry. I'm not even sad or angry. I just can't stop. It's weird. I don't know.
It's catchy in the office.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun to swear. My parents, I think, are just starting to watch. Like my dad, I was at my brother's wedding last week, and my dad was like, you need to send me some videos that I should watch. And I'm like, okay. And I don't really know what. I'm hoping that that's how it works, and I'll just send the ones that work. But my girlfriend got really pissed when I talked on a table talk about a joke that we had, that my dick had a voice. And she, like, I had no idea that it would upset her, but it was our thing that my dick had a voice. And I shared it
Everyone
with
knows that dick voice.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't remember, there was something else, wasn't there, that like I thought that would be the thing that pissed you off, but it wasn't, it was the other thing? Oh yeah. Right, yeah, she's possessive over my butt. She likes it. And that's not something to share with strangers, I learned. and
or
now
the internet, which is the world.
Right. So now I clear things first. Lessons.
Perfect. Thank you very much for the question. And sir, can you give me your name and your question for the guys?
I'm Matt, and I was wondering, how has Sourcefed changed your life?
Well, in a hell of a lot of ways. First of all, I haven't had a real job in 2 years. I've been like floating around. I was a Lyft driver. So like having a place to go and work and do creative things is the most incredible thing in the world. And I think honestly the best thing about being here is knowing the impact that what we do has on you guys, and that we're a part of your day, and that that's the most incredible thing I think I've ever experienced. And I guess I want to thank you guys. You make it okay for me to be silly, and you watch it. That's insane. Like that's like the best thing in the world. And when you're young, everybody wants to know that their point of view has value, and you guys gave that to me. You gave an incredible gift to all of us, and I want to thank you for that.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you.
Let's see, I come from a really, really different perspective, obviously. Like I said before, I'm not a comedian, I'm not an actor, I'm not really an entertainer or anything like that. But ever since I was younger, I always wanted to somehow influence anime in a different way. I always watched dubbed, subbed things, and they were always kind of subpar and bizarre, and I always wanted to be a part of like the evolution that makes it a lot more appropriate to like the Western culture. And the fact that I get to analyze anime and talk about it, even if it's just a quick first impression review, like that just changed my world. I love it. I feel like I'm getting closer to like that goal of really changing that industry, and it's just phenomenal. This is the most amazing opportunity I've ever gotten, obviously, so.
I thought we was just watching stuff.
I have goals, Will. I have goals.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
Watching stuff. How's Sourcefed change your life, Will?
Being on SourceFeed has really... I think it's improved all parts of my life. I think it's really being in the writer's room all the time, hanging out with literally the funniest people I've ever met in my entire life has made me better at what I do and happier in my life. Like, I used to just, about October, November last year, I was like, man, I don't want to do tomorrow. And then I would,
emo.
I kept, not like that, I'm still here, but we'll see about tomorrow. I'm sorry. And then
this took a dark turn.
But now, I'm like, juiced to go to work every day. Can't sleep at night sometimes. I'm like, what are we going to do tomorrow? And it's just so much fun.
They're going to watch weird videos on Steve's computer.
Yeah.
That's behind the curtain. That's what they do.
Every day I roll up next to Steve's desk, and I just sit there, and then we scroll through videos of weird dudes just doing weird stuff.
Yep. Yeah. Will and Steve get weirder together. They're growing in their weird.
The weirdness amplifies.
Yeah. Exactly.
It's almost like a competition at some points. I'm like, I will probably let you do anything.
Oh, we play Weird Chicken all the time.
Weird chicken all the time.
Oh,
and then when Joe gets in it.
I'm the champion. What you talking about? It's a secret.
It's aggressive.
Some stuff can't be shared.
It's true. Some things stay in the writer's room. SourceFed for me changed my life in a lot of different ways. I mean, at the time I was doing IT marketing for Samsung. So I was like training people at Best Buys on the new products that were coming out. And then I was also auditioning for television and film, and SourceFed gave me the opportunity to talk about tech and that kind of stuff on film. So it kind of simplified my world into one thing and gave me access to this incredible community that I didn't even know was out there. So it's been absolutely amazing, and kind of like Will said, getting to work with the most talented people in the world 5 days a week is awesome.
Yeah.
Probably the biggest way that SourceFed has changed my life is, I don't know if you guys know this, but Taco Bell follows me on Twitter.
They only follow like 4 people.
They only follow 4 people.
Yeah, they only follow 4 people, and you're one of them. And Tyler Oakley and like.
No, but I mean, I kind of like Trisha. I just worked at a kind of repetitive desk job before Sourcefed, and I had this Steve energy that was kind of being blocked by this like corporate kiosk cubicle.
Yeah, can you picture Steve at a cubicle?
It was kind of a nightmare, but I think the only reason why they kept me around is because my like positivity and energy was so infectious. Thank you, Lee. Thank you so much. You're always there for me. I think they just wanted to keep a little joy and funny in the office. Like I was good at nothing there. It's just at fart jokes, basically. And I think that's why they kept me around. But it wasn't going anywhere. So it felt almost like frustrating because I wanted to get that creativity out there and I wanted people to see it and feel it and hear it and be happy and positive with me. And now that I've been on Sourcefed for like 2 years now, almost 2.5 now. Yeah. My God. Now I have this appropriate outlet of positivity and humor and energy, and the fact that you guys react to the weird shit I do, and in a positive way mostly, it makes me feel so good. And that's an outlet of more positivity and energy I wouldn't have if it wasn't for Sourcefed.
Clap. I will say, yeah, it has changed. It's changed in every single way, really. It has. It's been an amazing journey. When I think about it, for one, I am waking up a lot earlier than I ever have in my life. That's a significant change. But no, I think everything from a platform and like coming from stand-up and improv and only being able to talk to a certain number of audiences and being able to like try and fight your way in that world, and then getting to a place where you get to write for yourself and you get to write for amazingly talented people, and then they write for you in such a wonderful way, and you have every single day you just laugh together and you play together and you create together, and then you guys are amazing and you just comment and you feed us and you fuel us, and like I don't know, I was never a YouTube person. I never really even heard of it except for cat videos, which I do still love. But I never knew anything about this, and now I feel like this is my home. This is my community, you know? So that's an amazing world to be in. I love it. Love it. You don't need
Sourcefed gave me herpes. Sourcefed knew it had herpes. It didn't tell me. I'm really upset about it. I'm taking Sourcefed to court for my herpes.
Brought to you by Strensum's Condoms.
No! Going to Sourcefed for the past 2.5 years has kind of been like going to school for me. I've learned a lot about business, I've learned a lot about comedy, and I've learned a lot about the world of YouTube and how the wonderful fans are the ones that make it good and make it amazing. I've learned so many different ways to go about comedy from everybody on this table, and Elliot and Ross and everybody that's come and everybody that's gone. And because of that, I think I am a stronger performer, I'm a stronger writer, and I'm a stronger leader. And it's given my family stability, and it's made me just more confident in life. So it's good. And I have herpes.
And thank you for your question.
Sourcefed gave me herpes.
Awesome. Can you give me your name? Stop waving, you guys. This is a thing.
Hey.
Hi. We know Sarah.
I know you know them. I just like yelling at them for no reason. It's part of my job. Can you give me your name and your question for the gang?
Okay. Hi guys. Hi. As you know, I'm here for my Make-A-Wish. So I was wondering if you could have an adult Make-A-Wish, what would it be?
Oh, got an all-expense paid cruise. No, I don't know. I think I think the adult Make-A-Wish, because I had a Make-A-Wish and it was wonderful and amazing and so much fun. And I think my adult Make-A-Wish would probably be Disneyland again, guys. But it'd probably just be going with my friends and my loved ones and doing it all over again. It's so wonderful. That's my adult Make-A-Wish, as lame as it is. Everyone says Disneyland's lame. It's not.
It's not lame.
Not lame.
Can you wish for more wishes? Mine would be to just travel the world as much as see as much as I can. It's something I haven't done yet, and I would love to just kind of continent hop and just take everything in.
Yeah.
I'd want to do a 3-hour comedy show at Madison Square Garden, but the only person in the audience is Ariana Grande. The whole time. That's it.
After 3 hours, she's exhausted. She's exhausted. After 3 hours.
Yeah, it's not just stand-up. It'll be a performance called My Dad, My Dad, My Dad.
Oh, God.
Where half of my face is my dad, and the other half is me. It's bald. I don't love you. But why?
Wow. Well, that would be a treat for her.
That's just the last 2 hours, but you know.
I'd say my Make-A-Wish would be to be at that show in her place.
You can't, though. Paradox. You
Yeah.
can't, though.
I can't, though?
I'd be glad to do it for you a different day.
That's not his wish.
That's not my wish. No, my wish is to take Ariana Grande away from you. And to be there and
You dream killer.
That is my wish. I use my wish for evil for everyone here.
You right. You right. You right.
I'd wish to see another country. Because kind of like Joe said, I haven't done that yet. I've been in the States, and I'd like to see something that's not the States, because that'd be cool.
Mine's actually really similar. It has a lot to do with like Lord of the Rings related, but I really want to go to like New Zealand. I mean, honestly, I'd like to travel back in time and go to the Lord of the Rings set. Like that would be my Make-A-Wish, but you can't go back in time.
Oh, they have
changed
Hobbiton.
mine.
You can go see Hobbiton.
Oh, I changed my wish.
You can't. You chose it.
No, I changed my
No,
wish.
no, no.
Change it.
It's already in motion. We can't change. Okay.
My wish would be to do a one-night only big performance with the Muppets.
That'd be so cool. That's good.
Like, I'm talking Electric Mayhem Band, Animals on the drums. I want to, like, sing with Kermit and get real sad singing Rainbow Connection. And
Wait, what happens when you learn the animal has a horrible coke problem? Like, what happens when that veil
You start
is
learning all the
lifted?
secrets about the Muppets.
Kermit's a total diva.
Gonzo and
He's
Kermit have a
crazy.
relationship that we don't know about.
Fozzie shooting up heroin backstage.
Oh, shit.
Actually, have you guys seen Meet the Feebles? Has anybody seen that?
Peter Jackson.
Peter
man.
Jackson directed that movie. That's basically what we're saying is basically that movie.
Yeah. Or the first season of Greg the Bunny, before they did all the parodies. No one's seen it. It's okay. It was really good.
Awesome. Thank you so much for your question.
Thank you.
And can you give me your name and your question for the gang?
Hi, I'm Nika.
Hi.
My question is, as someone who's about to start their first job tonight, I'd like to know how your first job was. Was it good? Was it bad? If it was bad, why was it bad?
You're starting your first job tonight?
Yeah.
Well, don't be late.
I won't.
First of all,
What are you doing here? You're going to be fired for the first time today.
If I leave by 7, I'll be fine.
Well, just really quick, what I would say is just kind of go into it knowing that you're going to have fun and you're going to learn a lot, because getting a job for the first time is you're going to learn some of the skills that you can't learn anywhere else. And so just kind of take that and just know that you're going to learn a lot from that experience. That's it.
I was expecting a joke too.
No
joke.
No, I was too.
No joke. No punchline.
Wait, the question was, what was our first jobs?
What was your first job like?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what the question was?
Whoops.
Oh, I thought you said, how do you handle
This is
your
Steve's
first
first job. He's not very good at it.
My first job was working at a KB Toys, which was basically a toy store. And
No one's surprised.
no one should be surprised. And I learned a super valuable skill there, and it was tuning out terrible music. Because the music that would play in that place was like mind-altering, terrible music. Just like children's songs all day. But yeah, I learned how to tune it out. Very valuable.
I worked in a hotel, and I did like coffee drinks. That was my first job, my first real job.
You were a barista.
And I learned that 3 cans of whipped cream is too many to eat on your break.
Don't let anyone tell you that.
You have as many as you want, girl.
My first job, I was bussing tables, and I was like 12 or 13, and working under the table for tips. Yeah, I was working real young because I thought I'm going to be an actress in LA. I need to get into the restaurant industry now.
Trisha,
you were kidnapped. You were living
on.
in Russia. You weren't getting paid.
I was gonna say, what was the casino called?
Yeah, it was a restaurant called The Saloon in Pennsylvania.
Oh, you were 12.
Wow.
Oh, no.
The Saloon. We like them young.
Here at the Saloon, we provide you the best tween-age bussers around. Male, female,
There were
dog.
males and females.
We got them all. Yeah. Will?
What'd you do, Will? What was
your first job?
How can I say that without sounding like a little boy?
This is your first job, isn't it, Will?
Yes. No, wait. No, I was going to say this is my first full-time job, but that wasn't a real job. My first full-time job was assistant editor of the Phil DeFranco show. It was the first full-time job.
That was.
You're grounded.
And I was crap at it. And Phil knows it. I was slow, but you know, if you work your way around it, then you can do other stuff. I mean,
No, yeah, I remember I was like, here's the deal. This is not your thing, but you're still pretty funny, so stay around.
I remember, yeah, it was like a Monday, and then Phil was like, I don't know, like, about the editing. And then I was so sad. And then Wednesday, he was like, but you could be a host. I was like, oh.
Okay.
And I just...
What you don't know is he's an amazing editor, and that was his plan all along.
It was. He played me. Was that everyone?
No, Raina, Matt?
Let's see, my first job was at a Chinese food place. I was also like 14 or so. I know, I'm not Chinese. But, I mean, everybody thought I was Chinese, like, whatever. But it was great. You learn so much, but, like, I had, like, 101 jobs. I worked at Express, I worked at Gap, I worked at Piercing Pagoda. I was at Express again, I was at Victoria's Secret. And then restaurants everywhere. Houston's, Hillstone, Curry House, other Japanese restaurants. It was ridiculous. So I'm glad to have this now, because that was awful. I can never enjoy a restaurant ever again.
My first full-time job ever, I got hired right out of school to develop reality shows, which is crazy, because I had no experience. And I just kind of lucked into it. Like, if you're in college and you see any of those just random, like, scholarships or workshops or programs, apply to all of them, because you might just get a job. And I was 22 and earning all this money or whatever. And what I learned from it is, don't stay in a job just because you're comfortable if it makes you crazy. If it's soul-sucking, if you hate to get out of bed in the morning, you're doing the wrong thing. And if you can get yourself to a place where you feel comfortable taking the risk to find something you'd rather do it, please. Because you can. I think it was Lee who showed us that Jim Carrey quote recently. Yeah. Where I'll paraphrase, but basically he was saying his dad wanted to be a comedian his whole life, and instead of doing that, he went and got a normal job, and he got laid off. And then he never really got another job again. And basically, you can fail at doing the thing that you don't want to do, so why not try to succeed at the thing you do want to do? So do it.
Amen.
Ow! Good luck on your first day!
Good luck.
Yay!
And thank you for your question.
I was a lifeguard.
What?
I was a lifeguard.
Of course you were.
That's
I was
so
a 15-year-old
Of course you
lifeguard
were.
at Big Sky Water Slides in Montana. It's open 3 months of the year.
And I bet you pushed him down the tube, didn't you?
Oh, what I learned is that you have to usher the 7-year-olds real quick, because almost always right behind them is a 300-pound man about to run them over.
Zoom!
Yep.
And we only have 2 more minutes left, so last
Oh, my
question.
goodness.
Your name and question.
My name is Brittany, and just really quickly, Steve, did you ever find out if Jonathan Gay is his real name?
I'm pretty sure it is.
Yes, it is, and we're happily married now.
I was just expecting her to rip off her mask and go, "'Cause I'm Jonathan Gay!"
That's awesome.
Yeah, I talked to him a little bit on the YouTube. And apparently he's a super good sport about it.
Yeah, he typed that response with his tears.
That's amazing. He needs to go on tour with that routine. Someone get him a piano.
Thank you very much for your question.
Does that answer your question?
Guys, on that, I want to thank you for coming out for this amazingness. I
Thank
want
you,
to thank
guys.
Matt Lieberman, Raina Scully, William Haynes, Trisha Hirschberger, Steve Zaragoza, Lee Newton, and Joe Beretta. We love your faces. Thanks for coming out.